very strong week this week. We're going to start on Disney Plus with a new 4-part documentary series called Camden, which arrived on Wednesday, the 29th of May. And here's a clip.
We're recording in Camden. I'm Dua.
It's this place of radical acceptance. Seeing that makes you believe in yourself. This is really my home.
We were celebrating women's lib, gay lib, black power through our music. It all happened in Camden. It was, for me, life-changing.
Londoners, of course, will know, and many people from outside London, that Camden, come out of Camden Tube Station, chuck a stone, and you're pretty likely to hit a music venue because you've got the Roundhouse, the Electric Ballroom, you've got Coco, which used to be the Camden Palace, and the Music Machine. You've got the Jazz Cafe. You've got Dingwalls, all in this small area, but not just those. You've also got lots of pubs, iconic pubs, that are music venues that a lot of famous bands sort of started out in, including famously, of course, Madness. And I have to say at this point, Hannah, that My Scar Band have played in the Camden pub, the Dublin Castle, that made Madness famous. So yes, we see Suggs remembering those days. We see Boy George, Chris Martin, Noel Gallagher, and very interestingly, the lads from the Libertines, Carl Barrett and Pete Doherty, just recalling their Camden days and how important that music scene was for them. You've also got Dua Lipa, who executive produced this series. So yeah, I mean, for music fans, it's just a delight, and it basically just made me want to. I mean, I know Camden it's very scuzzy, isn't it? And it's a real tourist trap with, you know, the market. It's got unusual shops up there. You've got the canal, but it has got this amazing pub music and music venue scene that this is like the lifeblood of the music industry, because it gives bands a chance to play and just start to build a following to sort of hone their live act. So yeah, there's lots of great reminiscing. You see some archive footage of Madness back in the day, talking to the Irish landlady of the Dublin Castle, which is hilarious. And yeah, stuff about the Libertines, you know, they lived in a grotty little basement flat in Camden, and a lot of people will know they just used to do impromptu gigs in their flat. So it's great stuff. I mean, you love music. There's music from quite a few different eras, including quite modern acts like Youngblood. So yeah, I learned a lot. I found it really interesting, and I was listening to some musicians that I'm not personally familiar with because I'm a bit old. So yeah, highly recommended. What did you think, Hannah?
Oh, absolutely brilliant. You know, I've been to most of those pubs and in Camden, and I suppose, I think, like you say, you learn a lot, because it is a bit scuzzy in places, isn't it? It's a bit kind of, but yeah, it is a complete tourist trap, and in sort of, you know, at equal measure, it's cool, and just kind of a hub of music, and where a lot of music starts. And like you say, living in those kind of basements and doing impromptu gigs, it's kind of what you imagine in a movie, but it's actually real. And then this brings this all to life. And like you say, kind of these pubs that are just kind of a hub of where music starts, some of these biggest bands. And what a coup to have all of these kind of famous faces sharing their own memories, their own personal memories, and how they got to where they are now, you know, superstardom, if you like. And it's executive produced by Dua Lipa as well, and so, you know, it is starry, isn't it? And it really feels authentic because of it, because these people were involved, a lot of them, in the music coming through Camden, and kind of, I suppose, paying their dues before they became, you know, big hotshots. But inside those kind of those pubs, and for me, it's really quite nostalgic, because I feel like I spent many years in and out of those kind of pubs and going to those music venues. And if you like music, you probably will have done yourself. So, but even if you haven't, it's just incredibly interesting. And I think it still lives on, which is brilliant, as it should do. So yeah, really enjoyed it.